Greetings friends on our With You channel. Today I will tell you about German comedy undertitled Meine teuflisch, gute Freundin. Attention! Spoilers ahead, wish you pleasant viewing. Welcome to Hell, which is located in one of the high-rise buildings in Germany, where the devil himself rules. Looks like an ordinary person. In the building of Hell, work is in full swing. Lilith, daughter, they don't want to let the devil into people, but she does not want to learn how to bring down through sins a person with virtue. And binds her teacher, so that he does not interfere with her chat on the computer. But father the devil worries about his daughter's studies. So he asks her questions to check knowledge. For example, tell what is envy? Lilith shows beautiful and expensive dress, and when the girlfriends see her in this, they will certainly envy her, want the same. But since they don't have, there will be money for him, this encourage them to steal. Father is pleased his daughter, but warns that on humans, can't use any magic. Lilith asks people, because I'm tired of being in hell. Father is against in his opinion, Lilith is still too small for devilish work, let him wait for his 18 years old. This evening Lilith proposes father to send her for a year to people for checks. The father agrees, but puts his terms. It is he who will choose the place and the person where he will send her, and not for a year. And on a week if Cope stays with people, if not, it will forever sit in basement with the teacher and cramming everything. Lilith agrees. Lilith with her father going to a small town called Brickenbro. Father found for his daughter specially two cute family. While they are driving in the car, and once again pronounce the story arrival of Lilith. She came to see school, because the parents have gathered move, and yet there should be no touches, no pity, only composure. Father gives Lilith a special ball indicator that shows temperature. He must always be black. Lilith get to know family members. Mother Sybil Bernstein loves to knit, cook vegetables and hugs. Papa Gabriel Bilstein and the main object on which Lilith does. Greta Bernstein sings in the choir, loves read and do homework. Lilith sees how disgusting they all are cute. Everyone sits down at the table to eat. Baked vegetables that my father raised Greta, and along the way, discuss how the father talking to vegetables to make them better grew. Everyone is full, and Greta Beret takes the plates. Lilith offers his assistance and throws the plates on the floor. Greta in bewilderment, especially Greta's mom and dad console her words, that broken plates for happiness. Lilith went up to the attic in their bedroom and Lilith began to ask questions. How is Greta doing with drugs and alcohol, lies and girlfriends, and then just popped in to check her wardrobe, and I saw one of the walls and the hearts pasted over with pictures of some guy. Lilith finds out that Greta is very exemplary and correct, and Lilith does not understand why get hooked to piss off Greta and encourage her to do bad things. Lilith and Greta go to the school bus to go to study. Greta on the bus say hello to the cool girls from class. Daria and Melody. Lilith is at a loss as to why she allows communicate like that. Eddie gets on the bus, son of a school principal. Eddie approaches greedy and sticks gum on her hair, then Lilith snatches the perfume from Melody's hands, dials them in the mouth and sprays through the flame lighters on Eddie's hair. He is perplexed, sits on the seat, takes his hat friend to hide the scorched hair, and all the other guys are just in shock. The bus drove up to the school, and the guys see how all the students crowded at the entrance. It turns out that they are sitting on the roof. Samuel's classmate smokes a cigarette and not in a hurry. At the request of the director, go down immediately replies that I haven't smoked a cigarette yet, but then after all, like a Parker man descends from the roofs of the school, and everyone else diverges. In class, teacher distributes tests to everyone for the control. Samuel makes a figurine out of this leaf origami and removed from the class, saying that all this study is not for him. Meanwhile, Lilith takes out a tablet to write down the answers. The time is right, handing over work, and Greta notices that Lilith wrote off the wrong option. He abruptly rips out a piece of paper and stuffs it into his mouth. Lilith is bewildered, but Greta says she saved her. Greta and Lilith see a guy in his face. These are pictures from the closet. This is a guy who really likes Greta. His name is Carlo. He is a real schoolboy, a heartthrob whom Lilith approaches him with a request: seduce Greta, for which she is good to him, will pay. Asks him to pretend loves her, and then quit after 3 days. Carlo approaches greedy and ties up talk. Meanwhile Lilith is in the alley, meets Samuel and asks smoke. Here with my friends. Eddie appears, claims that Samuel stole his watch, and orders his assistants to search him. Samuel very skillfully jumps onto the roof of one of low houses and guys can't get it. Lilith laughs out loud watching everything this. Then Eddie orders to grab her. Lilith shares her diabolical power, pulls out a road sign, and asks the guy. The fighters are shocked and quickly run away. The men who were in the street cafe nearby, laughing at all the situations. Samuel gives one of them the watch he stole from Eddie just in order to annoy him. Samuel invites Lilith to eat, and during eating delicious sausages tells that he is going to leave for Berlin. Lilith shares that never did not see the sea. Then Samuel proposes look at the sea from the church chapel because there is a magical view. Lilith agrees. They enter the chapel and Lilith becomes uneasy. She is fast runs and goes upstairs and really a very beautiful view of the sea, and under her headlight and beautiful looking Samuel kisses Lilith. She pushes him away and urgently escapes. Running home, Lilith throws it in the heat, then in the cold. She gets your ball and see what it becomes of red color. At this time she calls father to find out how her first day. In the background, Lilith hears that one of the employees who works for her father falls in love and his urgent is Mrs. Because demons in love, what they are not suitable for. She finds out for the first time demons. Lilith shares with Greta, who walked with Samuel, and Greta says that Carlo called her to date. Quiet cozy evening, mom knits, Greta plays with younger sisters, father is reading. Mom offers Lilith to teach her knit, but she only giggles mockingly in answer. Mom says they are tomorrow arranges an evening knitting mother and daughter, but then Lilith betrays that Greta has a date. Parents are very happy for her and bombarded with advice. Greta runs away to his room. Lilith says you need a date, get ready. Does her makeup, hair, and wears a beautiful dress. Greta looks cool, but understands that in this mother will not let her go to school. In that the moment flies into the window from the room pebble. This is Samuel climbed onto the roof and Lilith is waiting there. Lilith climbs onto the roof. She and Samuel talk about the kiss. Samuel asks for his forgiveness. Lilith get angry and head home. Samuel her screams after her that she is so cute when angry and knows she likes him. Lilith checks his feeling stone, he also of red color. Greta is going to nice dress to school. Mom notices and does not let her in these clothes. Why can't Greta herself decide which dress to wear? Mom says you either follow the rules or you drive home. You too, would not hurt to change clothes, says mom. There's nothing left for the girls, how to wear a modest dress, which by the way mother knits. The girls go to the stop for the school bus, talking, and in this time Eddie comes up from behind and trying to set fire to her hair with cans and lighters. To which Lilith swings and Eddie gets off the elbow right in the nose. The girls get on the bus talking about fashion. Greedy very, I wonder what it's like to be the most fashionable. Lilith says it's cool, everything look at you and want with you make friends. Greta breaks into a smile imagining that feeling. Lilith says that will help her experience it. They come out off the bus and Lilith loudly parading tells Greedy to ask her mom one more dress, and that famous singer did not give. Daria and Melody hear this and plunges into the conversation. Lilith reports him that designer dress for Mother Greta was a real discovery in New York Fashion Week. Friends are walking school and Lilith asks Greta to pose for photo. Greta stands like a wooden, and photos are not very good, but here it goes. Carlo compliments her. Greta revitalizes, starting enthusiastically pose. At this time, Lilith approaches Samuel to ask her out, but Lilith thinks that she is very busy. Lilith Photoshop an article about Greta's mother and Fashion Week, shows her Daria and Melody, and says that all the world stars snapped up all the dresses. But Lilith can ask Greta to get at least one dress. And then Daria and Melody starts arguing with each other get the cherished fashionable dress. The school's fire alarm goes off and that's it. Run out into the street. Samuel did it to see Lilith and call her go to the sea. Lilith agrees. Lilith somehow rides a bike because she hadn't done it before. Samuel and Lilith go to sea together. Arriving to the beach, Lilith sees the sea and cannot restrain herself from running into the water knee. Laying on the beach with Samuel, they receive a message on Lilith's phone from her father with the question, is she a lot at evil deeds? Samuel thinks that Lilith's some problems and she tells him that her father is very powerful, keeps her constantly tower, and she has a week to be with people. What does Samuel say? If father will close Lilith in the tower again, he will definitely release. Then they kiss. At this time, Daria and Melody are rehearsing songs for the annual school holiday. Carla answers the music. To the rehearsal, Greta comes and decides to give her advice girls so they don't sing in unison. Carla finds out that Greta sings in the choir. He offers her join the girls and sing along. The girls sing together and they are doing great, it turns out. Their cool guy comes to them later and says that the director against the performance of the Trinity because saw their clip in short skirts, and this may be a bad example for the younger ones' classes. The girls get very upset. Lilith and Samuel are returning from the beach. Samuel offers to eat ice cream and until he buys it. Lilith sees how everyone around smiles sweetly, hugs and kiss. She's afraid of falling in love and quickly runs away. Runs for some van to light a cigarette. In it, Greta's father meets her. Lilith tells him that he really wants to go home with them. They get into the van and drive. On the way to home, see Greta and Carla talking and want to kiss, but at that moment the father on a van pulls up to them and offers give her a ride home. Greta, upset, sits down and the father understands that he ruined her first kiss. Girls talking in their room at home. Greta, very upset that the date with Carlo broke loose and suspects that Carlo is just plays with her. Lilith becomes sorry for her. She regrets having bribed Carl. Greta sees the ball of Lilith and asks, "What is it like this?" "It's just his kind of thermometer that her father gave her," she replies. Greta calls Lilith for fresh air and at the same time help collect radishes, but she refuses help and just sit there. Lilith tells Greta about the dispute with his father, that does not plan to stay in Birkenbro, and that already on Saturday Lilith will have to return to his home, and to stay here, she must do many evil deeds. Lilith loved this place. And Greta doesn't want Lilith either. Was leaving. At school, Carla breaks again kiss Greta, but this time repels Lilith, and says that their deal is broken. Carla replies that Greta, and so he likes without any transactions. Carla tells Greta everything, and from the deal Greta is shocked and sends Lilith to hell. Lilith has nothing to say, but that she just needs to be mean. Lilith receives a message from Samuel that he's waiting for her on the beach. She goes to him. On the beach, Samuel tells Lilith that he is ready. Stay for her, and stuffs her ticket into a bottle and throws it into the sea. But Lilith replies that their acquaintance and spending time with him is the worst thing was in her life and is leaving. Samuel in bewilderment. Lilith comes school bus and approaches Greta. No, turns away from her, then Lilith immediately tells that she left Samuel. Because of him she can't be angry that she fell in love and her ball became red, not black. Greta understands that Lilith does not want to be evil, but no way do not recognize. Regardless, Greta offers her help. The annual school holiday. Lilith's father comes to school, check daughter and sits down in the hall, watch a concert. Lilith sees him and sits next to him. At this time, Melody and Darius sprinkle clothes with itchy powder in which the quartet will perform replacing them. Performs on stage school principal and talks about his travel to Africa. Girls in advance changed photos at his presentation, and everyone in the hall laughed at his photos in the nude with monkeys and how he urinated next to the elephant. The director urgently finishes his presentation and invited to the stage quartet. In charge of played by his son Eddie, but the performance of the quartet also failed. The itchy powder does the trick, they began to itch and ran away from the stage, and now the finest hour of Greta's girls has come, Melody and Daria, and they're wearing bright makeup, hairstyles and short dresses for mom. Greta perform on stage with their song. The whole room is delighted. Lilith's father does not believe to my own eyes that the daughter coped with task and congratulates her on the assignment first level positions. But before this asks her to show her ball. Lilith understands that now everything will fail, but the ball was black. Devil asks in which city Lilith wants work, she says she wants to stay here. The father approves the choice and leaves. Greta runs up to Lilith asking how everything passed. Lilith replies that she is staying here. They hug, but she wonders what house was at the concert. And Greta confesses that she made it all up. After all, what does not do it for a friend? Lilith shows your black ball. Greta says just painted it over with nail polish. Greta returns to the concert hall, where parents are a little shocked by her new image. She runs to the stage to Carla and they finally kissing. Lilith needs urgently find Samuel. Men in a street cafe, they say he went to Berlin. Lilith on in full steam rushes to the station and meets Samuel is there. He confesses his love, she reciprocates and they kiss. Friends, you have no idea how hard was it to find this movie any acceptable quality. I hope you liked the retelling, and you give it a like. Write what films would like to see on the channel, and go to the channel to watch other retellings, and I hugged everyone, and see you soon.